If you're buying soda, do you choose Coke or Pepsi? Or something like Shasta or RC Cola? Or if you're buying pain medication, do you get Tylenol brand Tylenol or the store generic acetaminophen, which has the exact same ingredients as Tylenol? In so many purchases, we wonder if the name brand is really worth it. Today, I'm going to look at 2 phone tripods, one a name brand, one a never heard of it before brand, and you'll learn why I kept the never heard of it brand that looks a lot like a lightsaber, but is really, really functional. The 2 phone tripods I bought couldn't appear more different from the outside. There's one with lots of branding on the package that attracted my eye at Best Buy, and the other one is so discreetly packaged you might think it was for something you might be embarrassed to admit to everyone that you're buying. The 2 I'm testing are the Joby Telepod Mobile on the left in that lovely box, and this one I'm opening up, the no-name brand, TONEOF, which is $24 versus the Joby's $50. I'm unpacking it. I have to do this one-handed unpacking dance because I don't have a tripod yet, which is another reason why I wanted a tripod, to make some more YouTube videos. And the packaging is fine. It came out in good shape. It feels solid in the hand, and it doesn't seem too heavy in spite of its looks. The Joby, on the other hand, it's nice packaging, also unpacks smoothly, and I noticed that it's smaller. And here's a warning, this is not an apples-to-apples comparison of a product, as you're about to be able to see, because the Joby is just smaller than the other one when it's pushed down. And that's not just because one is more poorly designed than the other. The smaller one is also shorter when it's extended. It only extends to 24 inches or 61 centimeters at its max. The TONEOF is 60 inches or over 1.5 meters tall. And whoa, did that come out useful. Until I started using them, I didn't know how important that extra 36 inches would be. And at half the price and with, in my opinion, even better function as far as extending and retracting it, the TONEOF was just kind of a no-brainer to keep once I actually held it. Here you can see how the Joby extends, which isn't bad, but honestly it felt a little flimsier than the TONEOF, and you have to rotate it. You have to turn to lock in the arms. And the top, it provides some nice flexibility. I would say maybe a little more flexibility than the TONEOF. And thankfully, they both have Bluetooth buttons that you can remove from the tripod, but also store on the tripod so that you can trigger a photo or a video while the tripod is set up somewhere. The Bluetooth button and basically using this in the selfie stick mode almost gives you a bionic arm extender that can be used all over the home in many different ways. You can quickly stick your phone into the tripod or into the selfie stick, extend it, and put it somewhere where it's difficult to see. Maybe up very high, down very low, maybe behind a stove or a refrigerator, maybe even up on a roof or higher than you can easily get. 1.5 meters is a lot of extra height above your head. This was particularly helpful when we were changing our stove from a natural gas to an electrical induction, since I wasn't sure if we had a proper 240 volt connector behind the existing gas oven. This saved me from having to move it out quite all the way, and also I could send a picture to a salesperson or an electrician to kind of confirm, yes, we've got what we need. I honestly enjoyed pulling apart the TONEOF selfie stick and tripod a lot more than the Joby. I was shocked. It was almost like me enjoying RC Cola more than Coca-Cola. I don't, but this not popular brand was easier to take apart, you just pull it out like that, and feels really solid, really stable, more stable than even the Joby, even though it's shorter. And although the Joby is a lot smaller, it doesn't feel that much smaller or lighter in the hands. The TONEOF feels pretty light in your hands. It's a little heavier, but not very much. So for my final recommendation, although the Joby isn't bad, it's not nearly as good as the no-name brand, the TONEOF. And the 60-inch distance is so much better than the 24-inch distance. And it's very easy to stick the phone in. You just slide it in. You might need 2 hands for this, but then you get it in and it's ready to go. So I'd highly recommend getting something that's longer like this, even if it's just a little bit heavier in weight, because wow, you're going to figure out ways that, like, just scenarios that you didn't realize you'd use this on. And you can hold it really stable, no problem. It'll just work. It really feels like an extension of your arm. And it's over 1 meter long. Pretty wild. Link in the video description below to get this TONEOF 60-inch selfie stick tripod bionic arm extender. Thanks for watching. Keep getting less clueless. Keep getting less clueless with me.